morning, everyone. Todd and Erin Morning Show on GetBarkDaily.com. No tableau? Oh,
We do have a tableau.
we do have a
I
tableau.
will present one tomorrow, but today I felt that it was
Oh my
more
gosh,
important.
this thing weighs this is like 8 pounds.
Well, apparently Mike, one of our favorite people here at Get Bar Daily, actually is a
Loves.
fruitcake connoisseur.
He loves them.
Since it's not actually a food product, I'm really interested in what he does with them.
He wanted to pick it up and bring it in. I said, why'd you choose this one? He said $8.
Well, there you go. Now we know. This is going to be a busy morning. I'm kind of excited.
I have a cold.
The most epically stupid crime spree you've ever heard of. I'm so excited to tell you about this. If you're balding, we actually have hope for you now. This is very, very exciting.
Guy saves some lives. They give him a prize, a lifetime worth of...
It's something special. And of course, the blessed event. The blessed event. We have to talk about this. It's very exciting.
Which one?
Finally, somebody made Prince Harry like a decent legal guy. He's off the shelf, sadly, but Prince Henry of Wales and Meghan Markle are engaged to be married.
They're adorable.
This is from the Clarence house. It was at Buckingham Palace.
They're almost normal.
She's actress, and she's an American, super cute, and her parents wish them a lifetime of happiness. This is the royal announcement. His Royal Highness Prince Henry of Wales and Ms. Meghan Markle are engaged to be married. His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales is delighted to announce the engagement of Prince Harry to Ms. Meghan Markle. The wedding will take place in spring 2018. Further details about the wedding day will be announced in due course.
He's a prince, right? Mm-hmm. So where is he in line?
Fifth. So his kids are.
So he doesn't have to worry, man.
Nah, his kids are like 27,900. You know, you'd have to electrocute half of London for them to actually get.
That's a bad choice of scenario.
Probably, yeah.
So where do they live?
They're going to live in Nottingham Cottage, in Kensington Palace. So there's a cottage in the palace, and you're living next to your mother-in-law, which it's basically yeah. It's like living in the basement, except for it's a really super nice basement.
It's a good gig because you're not going to be the king.
Yeah, you get to be just adventurous.
He can be like we're going to go after the elusive dodo in southern Africa and find him and take a picture.
Well, he's always kind of had that air anyway of like, I don't have to shave. I'm not the next in line for the throne. So he always has this scruff, and he's always traveling somewhere fun.
Such a good deal.
This group has been immensely likable, though. His brother, who's the nice, well-behaved guy, is doing such a good job. Harry is lots of fun, and Henry. I'm losing my mind here.
Since we don't have a tableau, we're going to use the Christmas duck.
That duck is really just kind of full service, isn't it?
Oh, look at that.
Okay, that's right. The Morning Mountain Cameron's Brio Technologies.
65 degrees right now in the Wasatch Front.
Look at the sky. 65 degrees, and it just goes down from here. We're getting wind and the rain showers this afternoon.
Let's just leave this up the entire show. It's better than we are.
Isn't that beautiful?
Because that's really pretty.
I know, right?
No, that's seriously better than our show.
Well, honey, there's a lot of things that are better than our show.
This fruitcake is better than our show.
No, that's just insulting.
BYU, Utah both won. Boom.
That was very exciting.
Game.
First, let's go to Tesla, because this is my favorite thing ever.
All right, this is a long one.
Now
Where was this?
No, you understand Teslas because you know more about them than I do. But
some of them.
A man attempting to outrun the Utah Highway Patrol while behind the wheel of a stolen Tesla was blazing down, going, "You're not going to get me, coppers! You're not going to get me!" And of course,
the Tesla.
And he was in a sports, and Teslas are amazing. Didn't you say that even like the SUV goes from 0 to 16 billion miles?
It's ridiculous.
So I mean, it's just ridiculous.
The cops didn't have a chance.
Except for it's super adorable. Except for when it finally just ran out of battery life and just stopped.
It wasn't charged. Which
is an awkward problem. The UHP contacted South Salt Lake Police when they found out that it had been burglarized after stopping. Well, he was stopped. This guy, and then they found several more. For instance, this one that they chased down I-80. Then it turned into another 5 vehicles. And it was pretty entertaining.
So all 5 were stolen the same night?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's pretty entertaining because they all had these different excuses of why they had the Tesla. One said that Mr. Tesla had given it to her.
It's not her
as
name.
A present.
It's not Tesla's name.
It's like, no, Nikolai Tesla's dead. He couldn't have done that. Tesla's the name of the company. And another one said that he found the keys on the sidewalk
It happens all the time.
But it made me so happy that every single one of them got nailed, and every single one of them had the weakest possible explanation. And you know what? If you had even spent 30 seconds looking online about Teslas, you would have found out that they're all low-jacked, and the second they go out of unauthorized space, they just stop.
It's in a hearse. It sounds like you researched it to steal one.
No, I read the Gephardt Daily News article about it,
All right,
actually.
fine.
Thank you. But it just makes me so happy because it's like, of all stupidity, it's like you have to go in now and reveal your rep as like possibly the stupidest criminal ever in jail. What are you in here for? Auto theft, kind of.
Batteries.
What do you mean
running out.
auto theft? Well, it's kind of. It's stop dead. It just makes me so happy.
Today is Cyber Monday. Monday.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Yes.
gonna go online, and buy crap. How much do you think this is different? Do you think Monday today is different than in years past? I think it's spread out now. I don't think it's all Monday unless the deals are that screaming.
Well, the thing is, Black Friday, basically, Amazon.com took half of all of online Black Friday sales anyway, and it was already massive. So that's kind of the point. They were all saying, well, online was just as good. And to be honest, that's what I did. I'm like, oh, okay, I still want to get that stuff at Target and Old Navy. So I just went online and got the same deal. And nobody hurt me going to the mall.
The videos of the bad places where they opened the gates and people poured over each other was like, you know the scene in the movie Z with Brad Pitt? And you know how they all form that human thing coming over the wall?
They crawled up like an insect.
And they're
yeah.
like, ugh. That's what it looked like.
Pretty much, yeah.
Not me. I stayed home. But you want to know what they've sold so far? The top 5?
Of course.
The top 5. What would you think would be in the top 5?
I would think like maybe the big game, the big kids game for the holidays, or like some cool new appliance.
Maybe. The Echo Dot.
Really?
Amazon Echo Dot.
Okay.
Also the Fire Stick, which is...
Now explain that.
It's a smart TV remote-y thing. But don't ask me any more questions about that.
Okay.
The Alexa voice remote. Alexa, make me toast.
That is pretty cool.
The smart plug, which is interesting.
What is the smart
turns
plug?
on at night, shuts off during the day, blah, 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 charging your things. This is the one. This is the one that I'm not sure.
Okay.
It's the programmable pressure cooker. How in the world did one of the top 5 things selling on Amazon
It's very shiny.
turn into a pressure cooker?
Because it's a gizmo and it's shiny. It's the Instant Pot.
No. It's not. It's one of the top 5 sellers.
Yeah, it's the Instant Pot. It's supposed to be pretty cool. I mean, you can actually program it, and so it's like how everybody used to obsess over using doing. I can't even remember the name of it. The thing. No, the slow cooker thing.
Yeah, crock pot.
Thank you. That would be it. Yeah.
The programmable one is even better.
But see, this is like goes faster and does more cool things.
It cooks.
Okay, and here's one of the other top 5. It was a genetics test.
Yeah. The 23andMe, it's a DNA test that you go spit in. And it's the thing that disappoints so many white supremacists across this country of ours. Because suddenly they find out they're ethnic in one way or another. And they're
so
like,
sorry.
I have to quit. Here's my armband and my swastika. I gotta go. No torch here. Here's the torch. Evidently, I'm Ethiopian, so I have to go. Which is not a bad way of letting them know. I think it's kind of funny.
You're so mean-spirited. I'm just interested that the DNA
I'm
test.
Spanish.
The DNA test would be one of the top 5 selling things.
Oh yeah, it's been really
that to me
big.
really stuns me.
Would you do it?
Oh, of course, I'd be happy to, but I'm just perplexed that would be like the big thing. I mean, of all the things in the world,
it's a great gift. It's a great gift. It's
It
like
is?
spit in the tube. We're sending it away. Yeah, because you get to answer those questions. It's like ours would be what? Ours would be Scotland.
I don't have a lot of questions
Scottish.
because I have obsessive aunts and uncles who've
That's what
already
you-
done all the
that's what you
genealogy.
think. That's
so
what you think. That's what you think. It's not true. Those your aunts and uncles, maybe they forgot
forgot what?
the black sheep in the family who came from France.
That would be me. I'm the black sheep.
That's true. You are, aren't you? Sorry,
It's pretty easy to check.
didn't want to bring that up.
I'm the current one, so it's
That's what your mom warned me about before we got married. There's hope.
This is kind of exciting. If this actually works for men, you know that this thing is going to just be slammed.
Okay.
Instantly.
You could go in two directions on this one.
Okay.
What does it have to do with?
Stem cells.
And?
Hair growth.
I was going the
on
other
the top
way.
Of the head.
I was definitely going the other way on this. Go ahead.
What do you mean? What are the ways there to
Look,
go?
there's fuzz.
I'm perplexed.
I am not
okay.
mocking. I am not mocking this, by the way.
UCLA has
might be a future user of this.
Yeah, really. No, UCLA successfully managed to activate the body's stem cells in order to stimulate hair growth on the head. The researchers found that metabolisms of hair follicle stem cells are stimulated with a certain kind of protein called lactate. They are spurred into a cycle of hair growth.
Yes.
And vice versa, when they're deprived of the lactate, this is when men start aging and the lactate diminishes, and this is when your hair follicles start dying away. So it's pretty interesting. So they experimented with 2 different drugs when applied to the skin, permeated the hair follicle stem cells and stimulated the growth.
Yes.
And they both had remarkable success.
Remarkable.
Now, it's funny to me because now you've got a dilemma here, guys. If you're against stem cells, stem cell research, are you going to stay bald?
Chrome dome.
Or are you basically going to take out a second on your house the way I know every single man will, and you're going to go get this stuff? Dilemma, huh? Yeah. You know every man on this planet's going to get that. Seriously.
Depends how much it is.
No, you'll all take out a second and you'll all go get it.
Well, I'm thinning and receding.
I think you look gorgeous.
See? What do I have to worry about? I don't need anybody else to think I'm hot. You're it. Sorry.
Well, nobody wants to look like a troglodyte, and I'm not saying that thinning hair does, but men
Erin,
seem to take a big issue with it.
Erin, look how fat I am. I love you just the way you are. Now, we're all supposed to say that.
All right, Todd, you quit smoking. If I'm going to choose between you gaining a few pounds
30.
and you smoking...
30.
Okay, you're 6'2". You were underweight anyway.
Maybe
I don't care.
30 all in one place.
Why are you going into this again?
Because you're the one who brings home Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Who started it? You did.
You did.
You did.
I did.
You brought it home.
Stop it.
It's your fault.
I can't talk about it anymore.
No, so it's pretty cool. They are saying that they're going into human trials within the next year, but they say that it's extremely positive results, and the researchers were really surprised at how successful the regeneration of the hair follicle actually was.
Oh, you know what's the problem with this?
What?
Is when you go to human trials, someone gets a placebo. So there's one poor guy out of 5,000 people who will just be going, I'm still bald.
Yeah, traditionally that is the gold standard in medical testing, is the double-blind test. So it's going to be funny to see but I mean, it's not like it's a cancer drug. It's like your hair. It doesn't work this round, and you got the placebo. You get it when it comes out on the market.
Still disappointing. Hey, coming up. Something that's cool for right here, a local person. Something that's
Linda,
cool.
I love her.
For the holidays.
She's an entrepreneur and like one of the most interesting women I know. And she's got this amazing gift package for your kids for the holidays, and it even comes gift wrapped and it's sent to them. You don't have to do anything. So we're going to talk to her in a couple seconds.
And it's science and it's smart, and we're going to do that coming up. But first, it's time for Daisy.
Yeah, we should go to Daisy. She's in the Gephardt Daily Newsroom. She's brought to you by UtahCreditApproval.com. Bad things happen to good people, but that should not stop you from getting a reliable automobile and repairing your credit. Give them a call at 801-921-9819. Also by the Weather Egg. This is an exciting, interactive, fun game for your kids to learn more about weather.
That's the one we were talking about.
Actually develop some knowledge without even knowing that they're learning something. You can go to theweatheregg.com. Also buy All Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air. This is the time to get your furnace checked out to make sure that the winter's going well. It's not going to be 68 forever. Just go to allutahplumbing.com. Daisy, my darling, good morning. What's going on today?
And hello everyone, here's what's making headlines Monday, November 27th on GepHardtDaily.com. Investigators in southern Utah are trying to determine the cause of a head-on crash that killed 5 people in Iron County Saturday. The Utah Highway Patrol says the crash happened about 4:30 p.m. on State Route 56 outside of Newcastle. According to UHP, a Chevy Suburban with 2 people aboard went left of center and hit an oncoming Ford Escape with 3 people inside. All 5 victims were pronounced dead at the scene. A motorcycle rider is in extremely critical condition after colliding with an SUV on Interstate 15. The UHP says the driver of a northbound Harley-Davidson rear-ended a stopped SUV near milepost 12 in Washington City. The rider of the Harley was thrown off the bike and suffered severe head trauma. He was taken by helicopter to Dixie Regional Medical Center with life-threatening injuries. The occupants of the SUV weren't hurt. And those of you who have been anxious to hit the slopes along the Wasatch Front are going to get to wait just a little bit longer. This weekend, Snowbird made the decision to suspend all ski operations, including snowmaking, until the weather cooperates just a bit more. Officials are hoping that it'll be cool enough by Tuesday to start the process again. And now time for the Wasatch Front Weather Report, brought to you by our delightful new sponsors at Brio Technologies, Utah's #1 audiovisual specialists. After a most glorious stretch of weather over the Thanksgiving weekend, holiday reality will start to set in. Monday's high will hit the upper 50s, but there's an 80% chance of rain. Tuesday and Wednesday expect a bit of a cool down with highs in the upper 40s under mostly cloudy skies. Nighttime lows will go from the upper 40s Monday to near freezing Tuesday and Wednesday. That's it for now. For more local headlines 24/7, go to GephartDaily.com. And for now, Todd and Erin, back to you.
Thank you, Daisy. Look at that. The Morning Mountain Camp brought to you by Brio Technologies,
Look at
experts in
that.
lighting and sound.
High wind warnings in the desert, by the way. It's 65 right now.
That's really heart-stoppingly pretty.
That's really pretty.
Why is it all red and like crazy? Is that
Because
the
it's
incoming
awesome.
storm?
It's awesome. Pink. Red in the morning. Sailors take warning.
Well, we're landlocked, so
Doesn't-
that's not really an
doesn't
issue here, but that's really nice.
Plumbers take warning.
Why the plumbers?
Because, tell me something good.
You want cold medicine this morning?
Yes, I have a cold. That's why I have a sexy voice.
That explains so much so far. Okay, good. This is really the weirdest thing I've ever heard of, and it's really cool. Now, you would not think that an innocent weevil would do that much to like a whole crop, but what they were finding here in North America, the entire bell pepper harvest was almost destroyed. Everyone likes bell peppers, but think about that. Think about how many different fruit and vegetable harvests could be totally decimated by one or two really nasty insects.
Weevils are mean.
Well, this one was especially bad because the pest is called the pepper weevil, and it cost literally over $175 million in damages to the major farm producers.
Right.
And what happens is it reproduces even faster when exposed to pesticides, which they found out because they tried to use pesticides in it. So this is the weirdest thing ever. Cam Lyons is a pest management scout at Nature Fresh, which is one of the biggest farms. He went, I wonder if dogs could sniff that out.
How'd that come up?
Sniff out the insects.
How'd that even come up?
I have no idea, but he thought, well, that's really interesting. So they trained Chili. She's the world's first dog certified to
Her
sniff
name
out
is
insects.
Chili.
And here, this is the weirdest thing ever. She's able to sniff out wherever there's an outbreak of the pepper weevils so the quarantine specialist can close off the area and then eradicate the pest. And they said she hits on the smell like instantly. They were running through some initial tests with her and she was like, boom, she was on it. But they actually been taking her, like shipping her around to different harvest areas now. And she can isolate the weevil outbreak and they can stop it because that's the tricky thing if you can just get it before it gets worse.
That's
But
crazy.
a pest scenting
Dog. Look at the dog. Going for the weevil. Going for the weevil.
Look how cute she is.
And she's happy. She doesn't have to work in an airport.
I can't blame her there.
That's really cool.
All right, you need to go because I'm dying to talk to Linda.
I gotta get Linda Ross in here. Oh.
All right, Linda Rawson's here. You may have met her last Friday if you were here. She has a new product called the Weather Egg. This thing is
you up over
epic.
here.
Come over, my little cabbage. How are you?
I'm awesome. How about you?
Your hair looks really cute today. You've got purple bits.
I do have purple bits.
Sorry, it's part of the girl thing. I can't stop. All right, let's move this stuff. Now, anything that actually can trick my children into education is very exciting to me. So I don't know how you did this except for that you're a mother and you're cunning. But how did you come up with the idea for the game?
So I have another invention in process, and it's a little portable mini weather station. And
Oh,
so,
that's so clever.
you know, product development takes a long time. So in the meantime, I thought, why not educate kids about weather? And we came up with those 4 cute characters.
And so how does the game work essentially?
So the youngest player goes first, and they spin the spinner, and then they draw a card, and whatever they got on the spinner, they look at the card and that determines if they go forward or backward.
Oh, that's cool.
And then there's, places on the board for stormy weather and sunny weather and fun little facts about weather that you possibly didn't know.
Like blue snow, like in glaciers, deep snow can attain a deep blue hue as red light gets trapped in deeper pockets of snow.
Right.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
And the storm pets, that your pets can actually determine it because they're sensitive to air pressure changes.
Right.
That's so cool. So how long did these, you've got so many of these, how long did it take you to come up with this?
It took a while, and, we went back and forth on the cards. Inventing a board game is not trivial. So,
Isn't that funny? It's so much more to it. You're like, no, I'll just have like 3 pieces.
Right.
You're like, wait, there's more than that.
And one of my favorite sayings is, oh, how hard can it be? And I really have got to stop saying that. I really do.
Well, the sad part though is this is like you're a glutton for punishment because this isn't the first time that you've started a new business. You do that a lot. So.
Yes, for sure.
Now, what's the coolest thing about this so far that you're getting feedback wise from the kids? Because like my Zoe instantly went, "I'm Peggy Pressure. That's who I want to be."
Oh, I know.
'Cause she's
they
like
love her.
She's like the emo character, so.
Right, and for sure. And she causes storms, right? And she causes problems because she's just moody.
You pick perfectly. That's great. So the storms are the PMS character. That's good.
Yes.
And Holly, humidity, and Tommy,
She's
temperature.
preteen.
I'm bitter. That is totally emo. That's
Right?
You are a mom. So everybody gets to pick their character, and then you run through all the different things, you learn all the different stuff, and then you get to, and the stormy weather's right in the middle of it, so it causes a lot of issues.
Yes, for sure.
Interesting.
And these fun facts on these cards, it's not, there wasn't questions about it. The game's not really that complex. It's just meant to get kids excited about science, and I always say, why not weather science? Because it's around us every day.
The highest recorded temperature is 134 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 150% higher than the human temperature, which means your internal organs are basically just basting by then.
Yes,
An
for
anemometer.
sure.
I didn't even know this. What is that?
It's to measure wind speed and wind direction, wind speed.
This is
Yes.
really embarrassing that I've actually learned 3 new things just looking at the cards. So that's really cool.
And that's what I find is
Yeah.
the adults that play with the kids, they just want to read every card. They could care less about moving around the board.
Yeah,
So-
but you still have to play because they want to cheat and win, so you have to let them do that.
How do I get one?
Fine. Okay, no, you made this into this great big gift package, though, which is really cool because it
Yes.
involves absolutely zero effort on my part, so that's why I'm going to get
Yeah,
several
she
of these.
loves that.
Well, I'm all for that. Now, so what's in the package and how do you get it?
So it's a Kickstarter. If you're not familiar, it's a way for inventors to get their ideas out there and see if they're a good idea or not. And for me, it was my first experience with Kickstarter.
That's exciting.
So yeah, it's exciting and very nerve-wracking. So
Yeah, I can only imagine. Yeah.
But the reality was it was a very good marketing experience.
Mm-hmm.
Like it generated, it has been generating 100 to 200 hits on my website every day.
That's so cool.
So, but anyway, you
hopefully
can go to Kickstarter. I have a special Todd and Erin donation. And it's a game and gift wrapping and a letter from Santa. And
That's so cool.
yeah, all in time for Christmas.
So you get the coloring book, the game, and then it's gift wrapped with the letter from Santa, and you just basically mail it to the kid once you do the donation,
Yes.
and boom, you're done.
Yes.
That's evil genius.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, tell them where to go.
They need to go to Kickstarter if they want to get that special gift package, or if you're just interested in more information, go to weatheregg.com.
Now, on Kickstarter, they go to Kickstarter/WeatherEgg, or what are they?
Yeah,
looking for
I mean,
for
it's
that?
a big long link. So
Always is, I know. But just just search
right for wacky weather.
Okay.
And they'll find it with
Oh,
an
wacky
H.
weather.
WHACKY.
I did wonder about the H and the wacky.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things, isn't it?
Right, it is one of those things making it different.
Well, Utahns always spell it though with an H. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, and I'm Utah. I'm a native.
So there you go. You were required. So it's wacky weather, wacky with an H. You can find that on a Kickstarter. You get the whole gift pack, and not only do you get something awesome that you don't have to do any effort with, we also help Linda become an entrepreneur, and that she's actually going to kick butt on Kickstarters. This is
Yeah,
exciting.
That would be awesome.
Well, naturally. How many do we need to sell by Christmas?
Still 400. We're still out there a ways.
No, we can totally do that. 400. All right, seriously, you can get this for all of your nieces and nephews, and you actually look like you're the responsible auntie, like you care about their education. when in actuality you just did a donation, so you didn't have to do any work. So this works for me. All right, and so where can they go to find out more information besides Kickstarter? There's a website?
Weatheregg.com.
Okay. The Weather Egg or just weatheregg.com?
Weatheregg.com.
Okay. So Wacky Weather and Kickstarter, or you can go to weatheregg.com to get more information. You totally rock. This is exciting.
You totally rock.
All right, now you're going to be coming back in a couple of weeks because you have a new book coming out we're going to talk about. And you're also like a fiend as a woman entrepreneur. So I was hoping you could do some starter tips, like stuff to avoid and stuff that you wish you had known before. Could you come back for that?
Yeah, definitely.
You roll your eyes. Yeah, there's a lot of that.
I've had my own business for about 11 years. Long time.
That's amazing.
So, yeah.
Is it nice being the woman in charge? See, I like having someone to blame. I prefer to work for someone, but you wanted to just do it on your own and be the boss.
Yeah, I'm not sure I could really be a good employee and work for someone.
She's smarter, that's why. Once again, go to Kickstarter and it's Wacky Weather with an H, and you can get the whole gift pack there, and it gets mailed to the kid, gift wrapped and everything.
Thank you so much for your support. We really appreciate it.
You are amazing. This is going to be so fun getting to know you.
You're amazing too.
All right. We will be right back in 2 seconds. We've got the weirdest and saddest thing about your Christmas trees, and we're sorry in advance, really.
Oh.
Todd and Erin's Morning Stream, brought to you by Utah Credit Approval. Bad things happen to good people, helping you on the road to good credit with just the right car. Go to utahcreditapproval.com or call them at 801-404-7201. Also brought by Columbus Travel. Columbus Travel has an epic sale on cruises through the 21st of October. You can get a hotel and everything you can imagine just for less than the price you would of simple airfare. You have to talk to them first at columbusvacations.com. And All Utah Plumbing. Your home deserves the best. 24-hour emergency service at allutahplumbing.com. Did you know you can catch the Todd and Erin Morning Stream any time of the day or night on Facebook, YouTube, and SoundCloud, and GephardtDaily.com.
Hey, it's Todd and Erin, and this is pretty cool.
We are at the Intermountain Alta View Clinic. Now, this is actually 22 clinics, all squooshed together with some amazing specialties. And the nice thing about it is you can take care of everybody in your family all together.
Now, don't touch anything because it's still kind of wet because it's so brand new. Now, they're having the open house, like you said, on December 7th, but they've got some great things. If you go to their Facebook page, what you can do is register there for some great prizes, like movie tickets, like Lower Bowl Jazz tickets, and, Disneyland tickets.
A trip for 4, by the way, and of course, celebrity guests.
Right here, celebrity guests with food and there he is now, the jolly old soul. How are you doing, Santa?
I'm doing great. I like this place.
Well, you should. It's got something that everyone can use.
Health for the holidays.
That's what we have.
Santa is rather profound.
We'll see you December 7th.
At All Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air, we have the best service and the best warranties. Check us out at allutahplumbing.com.
All right, now that is pretty. That's pretty, but it's nothing like this. Oh my gosh!
You're really getting into
you
this.
can't
now,
see.
aren't
You can't see the thing in the light, the clouds, and a bright pink. And there's 2 of the camera people here ran outside with their cameras. Then these guys are spoiled.
That's
it's
because
that
of
good.
the storm, right?
Yeah. 65 right now. High wind warning in the West Desert. It's going to be 50 tomorrow.
You know, the thing about high winds is I always want to immediately go out into the West Desert and see if it can knock me over. It's like I'm torn every single time they talk about high-profile vehicles, and you want to see an 18-wheeler get knocked on its side. And,
If you
and
were
then I realized there's something really wrong with me.
if you were the size of an 18-wheeler, it would happen.
I guess that's true. So Zoe and I were shopping yesterday. I won't tell you which grocery store. And they
Smith's?
had, you know how they have the trees out already? And
Some, yeah.
they get a lot of them set up. There was a tree that it looked like the average
12
we bought one
feet.
we bought last year I think for like $60, $150, and it was like a 12-foot tree, yeah.
Because
And it was bushy, but it wasn't like, oh my gosh,
saw
this is like
some.
the biggest freaking tree in the world. It was $150.
I saw some 5-footers that were going for 60 something.
Those
I'm
were
not
like the
sure.
$19 trees last year.
And we've had big trees before, depending on where we lived, and smaller trees, and they're going to be more expensive for a bunch of reasons.
And not just this year. That's the sad part.
This has been ratcheting up because the farmers who plant the crop, which takes 7 years to get a 6-foot tree, found out, number one, they're old, they wanted to retire. Number two, their land was worth more than growing trees on it.
Well, part of the problem was during the recession, the demand for the live trees went down because people were cutting budgets. But also, Christmas tree farmers found out that we can grow fewer trees and we can do faster, more profitable crops. And so they were cutting down on how many they were replanting. Yeah. But since that's a 7 to 8 year cycle, that means that we're kind of screwed for the next,
You know what
while.
I do recommend is to get your saw and just kind of scope out the neighborhood. And usually someone in the neighborhood will have a nice pine tree. And then at night...
the other thing you can do is you can actually go to the Utah section of the Forestry Service, and they can actually sell you a tree cutting permit for $10. And then you can go up into the Uinta National Forest or up in Cache, down south, and then you can simply cut a tree.
All around the state, and you can go and cut a tree, and there's certain rules of what kind of tree it is and how tall it can be and how tall it's. And basically what they're doing is they're cleaning it up and letting the bigger trees grow faster. It's a good deal.
See? So actually you're helping nature.
You are.
You're getting a tree for only $10 versus $150.
That's true.
It just requires effort. And while traditionally I'm against that, we could drag both kids out.
It's going to be fun.
Well, they both have a lot of energy. They can work the saw for a while.
We should have done
fine.
it. Should have done it this weekend when it was warm.
I know, that was really ill advised.
Now we're going to die.
Yeah. Anyway, so the tree permits are only $10 each. They do sell out, they say, almost always. But they're still available now, so I think that's a big difference. But it makes me sad, though, for the tree farmers, because it's like one of those old school industries that it seems like it's gone now.
I used to work on Christmas tree farms. And the big thing that we had is when the netting came out, and it was a chute, and you'd go cut them and bring them in on a tractor trailer thing, and behind the tractor, and you go up, and there was a big chute, and you took the Christmas tree butt first, and you just threw it through there, and the netting went all, it was fun. We put my friend through it like 3 times.
What is wrong with you?
He couldn't get out. It was awesome.
That's sick. Never
It's
mind.
me.
All right, let's move on to the flat earther.
California.
Unfortunately, I think this is just going to increase his conspiracy theory that the world is indeed flat, because now he's being prevented by the man.
By the BLM.
Yeah, from firing off his homemade rocket. Explain.
He's got a scrap metal rocket that he made. He's done this before in 2012, and there's a video we do not have.
We do have the image, though, and I think that's important.
Can we
so you
see
can see
it?
what the rocket looks like. And
This is good, but in 2012,
oh, look.
that's an actual photo.
It actually really does
It
look like
does.
this, and just about as unrealistic, too.
He tried it in 2012. The video shows him crawling out from underneath a trash heap, moaning and groaning and dragging a leg. He was on a walker for 2 months.
And he thought, hey, I should do this again.
Again. So the deal is...
Because it worked out so great the first time.
Flat earthers believe that the world is like a quarter. So it's always facing you, and that's why you never see that. And so basically, he wants to go up to 1,800 feet. Let me check
So
that.
they're really doing this in, like...
1,800 feet. That's not even... Anyway, 1,800 feet. And
It's
then
enough to fall and kill yourself, so he's got that going for him.
And he's going to take pictures and prove that the world is flat. Bill Nye, there's videos going around of him, and he is sitting there. Bill Nye, the science guy. And he's sitting there, and they go, well, what about the flat earth? And his head just goes like this. Because there is no answer. The funny thing is, there was...
You're going to believe this in complete defiance of modern science.
It's all...
Modern being the last 200 years. I mean, it's like...
It's
okay.
all fake news. The space station taking round pictures of the Earth as it turns. Fake.
Oh.
Conspiracy.
Okay. Do they explain why people are trying to hide the fact that the Earth is flat?
No.
All right.
The scary thing is,
Okay.
he raised this money online
Are you kidding me?
to do this. There's enough people, flat earthers out there, that believe the Earth is flat and it's a big conspiracy. So the BLM actually came in. They said, you can't launch a rocket and die on
public ground.
on federal land. And so he's moving 3 miles down the road to private land, and then he can...
When he found some farmer went, yeah, this is going to be hysterical. Go for it. That's good.
Because I need someone to fertilize my fields. And that's going to happen.
So he's still insisting on this utterly ridiculous plan.
I thought it was 18,000 feet, but it's 1,800.
What are you going to learn from that?
How hard you're going to hit.
Apparently so. That's
Can we
about
go
as
back
good
to
as it
the
gets.
go back to the scientific photo of the rocket if we can? Because I think with all the detail you can see, he's really spent some time.
I have a lot of confidence this is going to be super.
Right. And you know what? The only thing I would remove out of this picture, I would take out the window because I don't want to see where I'm going to land.
As Earth comes up, aggressively.
Yes.
Yeah.
You'll be flat, not the Earth.
Yeah. Okay, now once again, I am so jealous of people who could actually do this because there's certain places you don't like automatically want to move. Like, you know.
What are you talking about?
Oh no, there's certain countries if they
Countries,
say,
okay.
hey, I'll pay you to move here, I'd be like, oh, that's all right.
Well, first of all,
But
Erin
Switzerland is kind of a given, right?
Erin and I looked around and we said, hey, you know what? Maybe when we retire,
Yeah, we have a 6-year-old. That's going to happen.
we could maybe go to another country for
Yeah,
a
we
while.
researched Australia. We
Yeah.
researched New Zealand.
No one will have me.
No.
They'll have her, but they won't take me. Unless you go in with like $300,000.
And we had that.
But I'm too old. And they go by education. They go by what your profession is. They go by all these different things. Now, Switzerland, this little town. Can we see the photo? Because I got to
This
tell
is
you.
so unfair.
Look at this photo.
Oh, man. That's beautiful. Now,
And-
why are they doing this?
Well, the city has a Swiss name. And
It's a village. You have to say a village because it's cooler
all
like
right,
that.
here we go.
All right,
Here,
explain.
here is the name. Go ahead. It's a full sentence.
Albion.
Albion of
It's a small Swiss village near Lutherbad in the canton of Valaises.
Canton. Look, go back to
No,
the
that's,
picture.
that's basically just like the territory.
It's so cool. It has 240 people live there.
That's
Look
it?
at that. Most of them are vacation homes, so they don't have any
Nice.
residents.
Okay, that's the problem then.
And as bad as it is, families left the village in the past few years, taking 8 children with their children. Not they just didn't gather kids up.
We're
Even
taking
in
your children.
Switzerland, that's weird. They had to close the public school.
8 children made the difference. That's so sad.
8 children made the difference.
Oh man.
So they're bucking up. Here they come. Here's your offer. You ready? If you go there and you spend 10 years. So you go in and they give you the money, and contractually, if you decide to leave, you start paying it back like a mortgage. Okay. But if you stay, this is what you get. You get a grant for 25,000 francs per adult.
Okay.
And 25, it's francs and U.S. dollars are really close.
Really?
Really
So
close.
we're talking 25,000 each.
That's
and then,
50.
And then it's 10,000 francs per child. So, that'd be another 20.
So if you're from Provo, that's like $900,000,
You've got an investment on your hands, my
which
friend.
is incredible. $70,000 for a family of 4.
That's amazing.
Plus, they give you all these kind of special offers on housing and housing
Bonuses
starts.
towards the cost of a mortgage.
It's
and,
unbelievable.
wow. It must be a permanent home, not a second residence.
They're really hoping that the school could open, so they have to do like home study and stuff
That's so sad.
online. Oh, and they do have internet. And a great echo so that you can run around in the mountains. And
That is freaking amazing.
so let's
Maybe
move.
they don't have like an age limit. Maybe we could go check that out.
No, they
You are
probably,
kind of like my whole immigration albatross, aren't you?
I am. You can't go anywhere because of me.
I want that. That is so cool.
I do too.
So the village of Albion. Okay.
If you're thinking about getting romantic and having a baby, or you're pregnant right now and you don't have a name yet, how fast? We were talking to Zoe about this. How long did it take us to name our child? I got to name her, by the way,
Well, Zachy and McLean were almost instantaneous. We never argued that one. And then when
because
Zoe,
I had a chicken named Zachary when
which
I
I
was
had
growing up.
known when we agreed on Zachary and
I'd
McLean.
forgotten.
But
The other boys could be Ebenezer because that was his chicken friend. Go ahead.
you really hate our children, don't you?
No, but
No, for
Zoe.
Zoe, I wanted Lauren, and you wanted Zoe instantly, and so we said we'll take a look at her when she's born and see what she is, and she was a Zoe, hands down. She was a Zoe.
Even if she was a boy, her name would have been Zoe.
You really did like Zoe.
Right off the bat. And I said, yep, we're getting a baby. Zoe. You want to know the popular names?
Yes, please.
This is a prediction for 2018. I'm going to let you do it. Right there.
Okay, predicted most popular girls'
Go
names.
slow. I want to picture the children.
They're all really romantic names.
Let's see if Zoe would fit any other
Zoe's
name.
in there.
Yep.
So's Nora, which is actually her best friend.
Best friend.
There's Emma. Oh, that's a pretty name. Charlotte, Sadie,
Charlotte
Violet.
Webb. What?
Sadie and
Sadie's
Violet.
pretty.
Kennedy, Savannah, Penelope, Victoria, Ellie, Hazel,
Ellie.
Natalie, Luna. Oh, that's pretty. Riley, Aurora, Scarlett, Nora, Zoe, Amelia, Harper, and Stella.
Those are pretty names.
I mean, they're all really romantic based for girls. Now
They
for boys,
are.
let's see. Finn. Oh, I like Finn.
Finn is good.
Yeah, Jack, Atticus, Finn and Atticus, Amy's kids.
Yeah.
There's also Oliver, Theodore.
That's
yeah,
a
because
tough
you can
one.
be. Yeah, but you can be Ted. You know, once you get to kindergarten, you're Ted.
But why? It's one of those names.
Reuben.
Harold. It's one of those names.
Reuben, Dylan. Dylan's good. Corin.
Reuben.
Adam, Alexander, Daniel, Christopher. These are more like old school, like just.
Right.
Brandon, Logan, Joseph, Hunter, Lucas, Kai, Jasper, and Isaac.
That's really good.
Yes, the guys are more like sort of straight ahead guy names, and the girls
Right.
are more like, because they used to have like the romantic ones for men like Tristan, but now the boys' names are just more matter of fact,
And
straightforward.
the most popular names for strippers in 2018 would be
Brandy.
Randy, Candy,
Andy, Mandy, Sandy,
anything
Candy,
after
Randy.
liquor. Here comes vodka.
Bourbon's not far behind. I apologize, by the way, to anyone named Brandy, including their
And strippers.
two friends, Brandy.
We're sorry
Sorry,
about that.
we didn't. I didn't.
And if
mean
I
that.
made fun of your name, I'm sorry about that too.
No, you're not.
I am.
No, you're not. You
Theodore, I'm sorry. You guys rock, Ted.
All right, coming up next, you are actually going to attempt to defend fruitcake.
I'm going to give it a second
That
chance.
is a really unsightly task.
It's going to be up next.
Okay. The Todd and Erin Morning Stream is brought to you by Fink and McGregor, Mortgages Made Simple. If you go to fink-mcgregor.com, you'll find out that you can get a mortgage with a credit score as low as 600. Fink and McGregor, also by the Vein Clinic. If you go to theveinclinic.com, you can schedule an appointment and find out some amazing options for pain-free removal of varicose veins and spider veins. Your legs can look great again with the Vein Clinic. And also by Black Diamond Experts. They're experts in electric, plumbing, heating, and air. And they also have a brand new store up in Ogden now. If you'd like to reach them, you can go to blackdiamondexperts.com.
Apply today and drive away.
Good morning and welcome back to the Todd and Erin Morning Stream on GetPartDaily.com.
Man, did you see that Snowbird actually had to close again? They'd announced they were, look, it's brought to you by Brio Technologies. It's the Morning Mountain Camp. Still pink.
Look at the mountain.
And
Any
golden.
snow? No. And see the snow right on the top? That's always there almost all summer long.
Are you trying to defend the snow?
I am.
Okay.
Because who just closed?
Snowbird. This is so sad because they had said, yeah, we're open for Thanksgiving, and now we're not anymore open because nobody can make enough snow. It's been like 50, 60 degrees yesterday. It was 72 for a high.
68 today and then 50 tomorrow.
And like, for instance, like the Gallivan Ice Center rink, which we always take the kids to every winter, and it's so cool, and there's an ice rink outside, and you can skate and get hot chocolate. Yeah, it's down. And think about the snow castles in Midway. You know how they do that expert thing every year, and it's like freaking amazing, and they design this like massive village of castle-y ice, and the structure's beautiful.
I didn't even think of that.
And they have to get to a certain temperature before they can actually start the infrastructure process.
We like
and
to
then-
call it freezing.
And they said warm weather's never fun when you're in the ice castle business. And they said that they can't even do any of the ice rinks because the UV light shining down for the ice rink just like melts it no matter how hard they try to
Makes
go.
it soft and unskateable.
Yeah, so basically there's a whole bunch of different like winter-oriented businesses that are basically screwed in. It's not just the ski resorts. There's all kinds of different tourist attractions and things that other people come for.
Places like the snowshoe hut where you can't buy snowshoes. Walking down the mall.
How much cold medicine did you have this morning?
Oh, I'm almost there. That's funny though. walking down the mall, and it's like, hey, come on over to the snowshoe. I'm sorry. I'm just going to rest now.
No, you can't, because now you have to defend fruitcake.
Let me take
Tell
away.
me how you're going to defend fruitcake to me, because
Take
we
away-
both know it's an abomination.
We don't have any decorations for Christmas yet, so
I'll have the tableau up tomorrow.
it's the Christmas duck. All right, let's get that out of here. Mike, in the back here. Well, by the way, we work with a bunch of really nice people. Erin doesn't like him anymore because he brought us that. He loves fruitcake. Now,
Why don't you love yourself, Mike?
This-
Why don't you love yourself?
feel how much this weighs.
Okay. That's good.
What is it, 8 pounds?
2.75 pounds. It's from Big Lots.
Don't throw it around. You have to be careful. I asked him, he's a connoisseur. I said, why'd you get this one? And he said, $8.
And it's extra heavy.
Oh, would you like to? Would you like to read the ingredients?
Wheat flour. Niacin is like your second ingredient.
You need it, niacin and riboflavin. Just get to the
far,
food
they're all
part.
preservatives.
Yeah, well,
All the preservatives are the number one thing. There's soybean oil. There's shortening. There's
these will. They have
give me
people.
your glasses.
They have people who have eaten. They found one that
no
was
wonder they
20 years old and they still ate it.
No wonder they put this. They have this in fine print because it's all crap. Salt, natural and artificial flavors, baking powder, sodium, phosphate, sodium,
Get to the fruit.
bicarbonate, calcium, sulfate. No, the fruit hasn't even gotten in yet. Okay, here we go.
Fruitcake.
Pineapple, cherries, raisins, orange peel, dry whole eggs.
Oh,
Dry whole eggs. Okay, salt, natural and syrup solids. Syrup solids? Algin, I don't even know what that is. Sweet whey, sodium phosphate, potato starch, cornstarch. Dry egg whites, dry non-fat
I
milk.
think we got it.
Guar gum. Oh, I'm not done yet.
All right.
Spice, which is the yellow corn flour monoglyceride. Paprika, and then it's also got the GF.
paprika is
blue,
the secret
the
ingredient.
FD and C yellow number 5,
That's how you get the pineapple yellow.
and the FD and C red number 40.
There you go. See, this is actually the best food storage there is because not only will it last a long time, the other thing is no one wants to steal it from you.
Yeah, when all the berserkers come tearing into our homes and steal all of the wheat that everyone's been storing, they're going to come upon the fruitcake. They're going to go,
You can keep it.
it's yours.
We don't want it.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
So how is he going to
we're
convince
we're
us
gonna
to develop this
we're gonna
fondness?
work our way up to this.
Now that I've read the ingredients, I am even less inclined to even have it on the table.
Let me ask Daisy something. She's English.
Oh, you think she's going to be able to make
I'm
it?
not sure. Daisy, do you like fruitcake? You want what? Come on in.
Wait, I couldn't have her to talk about Prince Harry getting engaged to Meghan Markle.
Well, you
but
can ask.
Couldn't talk about that.
You could ask her
No,
now.
I wanted to, but
Here,
Todd
sit-
wouldn't let me.
Talk about it.
I want to look at
Now.
this thing because we do have a fruit cake, but I don't think it's like this.
So, do you like fruitcake? Is that actually something that British people willingly consume?
Let me tell you about fruit cake in England.
All right.
And I will. So, do you? Oh, Todd disappeared. I thought he was still in here. Do you
Never mind.
both not like fruit cake?
It's an abomination. It's an aberrant food item. It's like,
Do you like marzipan?
oh yeah.
Yes, you do,
of
don't you?
course,
We know
yes.
this. And do you like icing?
Well, yeah.
Okay, so I will raise you. I may be able to get you onto fruit cake because what we have in England at Christmas is Christmas cake.
Okay.
Have you had Christmas cake?
I don't think so.
Well, it's fruit cake, but it doesn't really look like that. I don't
Well, that's good because that's really uninspiring so
no,
far.
it doesn't look like that.
Okay.
But it's kind of like that. It's got like glacé fruit in it,
Okay.
and then a layer of marzipan,
Okay.
and then a layer of icing, like hard icing.
Oh yeah. So it's like a clear coat.
Super good. Super
You almost
good.
got me on the marzipan though. I'm almost convinced.
The best thing is about it as well is when you buy it from London Market because it's imported. Like if you buy it in England, it's probably like £4, and then if you buy it from London Market, it's like $27.
You're like, so you
It's
have to really like
expensive.
fruitcake.
But I think you can get little ones. So I'm
Okay.
going to get Christmas cake, which is like this, but it has
She has-
marzipan and icing.
She's made a compelling case because of the marzipan and the
Compelling
frosting.
case.
That's something that I would never be willing to try that, but
Yeah.
the possibility with the marzipan does change the game.
So then
here.
you pick the slice that's got like loads of marzipan and frosting, and then a little
Miniature.
wizened piece of fruitcake clinging to the bottom.
we just say the word clinging to the bottom again.
No, it's
Wait,
not.
listen,
It's
listen.
wizened.
Good say.
Clinging to the bottom.
Actually, I liked wizened piece. That's-
One of the things we trust Daisy because she has introduced us to English foods, and one of the favorite
Some
ones
of them were spectacular.
was spotted dick.
Oh, spotted dick. We had
Right.
to laugh at that.
Oh, the
Yeah.
infamous spotted dick experiment last
Right.
year.
We
And
might-
that's historical.
We might have to experiment with more spotted dick before Christmas.
Probably so. Who wouldn't want to?
No, who wouldn't
All right.
want to?
What about the prince getting married?
No, we're already done now. We can't discuss it again.
Okay.
I think it's great.
Do you like her?
Yes.
Now, is this a big deal now that because they're living in the cottage in Kensington Palace? Is this like a really high end ritzy basement?
No, I
I'm
think
trying to figure out how you get a
Do they
cottage
have
in the-
internet?
I just wonder how you get a cottage in the middle of the palace.
Well, I think they've done it dead right because you said earlier they're right near the Queen. They're actually not. I mean, they are.
okay.
But the Queen is over in Buck Palace, like.
Oh, okay.
In a different part of London. They're
Okay.
sort of close.
Oh, that's
but
good.
Not
Yeah.
super, but
They're not in the same palace,
So they
though.
live right next to Will and Kate.
Oh, that's
So that's like
nice.
the party palace is Kensington.
Sweet.
The party palace.
Don't you agree though that the fact that he's fifth in line, he'll never be king,
No.
so he gets all the royalty stuff. I think it's a great gig.
Well, the other great gig is the fact that she is a divorcee, and she's older than him, and
You
her
go, Harry.
mom is African American, and she's American.
And she's beautiful.
So-
So, is the
so-
biggest issue that she's American or that she's a divorcee? I mean, if you're
Well-
going to be one of those people who is going to complain about it, which would be more offensive?
Well, here's where the British people stand on this. Harry has been so naughty with all his shenanigans in the past
Naughty.
that people are just so happy that he's settling down.
Settling
that
down.
I think the Queen's like, she could be,
That's good.
a stripper from Wendover, and the Queen would be like, yes.
Like at one of the good clubs.
Here's Brandy.
Her name is
It's going to
Brandy.
be Brandy
All right.
Windsor.
All right. Thank you so
Princess
much.
Brandy.
Princess Brandy.
Get your dollar bills
There's
out.
my 2 cents.
That was a good 2 cents, baby. Thank
Thanks,
you.
Daisy.
All right, I might be able to face the whole fruitcake issue if there were marzipan involved. You didn't mention that was a possibility.
Well, I didn't know they're but that's not the pure. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, it's from England. It's probably older than our stuff. So they have more heritage basis with the marzipan.
Let's get some information, shall we?
All right, let's go back to Daisy. She's in the Gephardt Daily Newsroom and brought to you by Fink and McGregor. Mortgage is made simple. If you go to fink-mcgregor.com, I'm telling you, 4 minutes and you've got a whole slew of mortgage options, and someone will call you within the next business day. Also by the Vein Clinic. I just had a procedure there a couple of weeks ago. I can hardly wait to go in and try my next one. There's so many different ways to get rid of your varicose veins that don't have to hurt. Go to theveinclinic.com to schedule your consultation. Also by Black Diamond Experts. They are experts in electric, plumbing, heating, and air, and they have 24/7 service. Just go to blackdiamondexpert.com. Daisy, my dear, what's going on today?
Good morning, Todd and Erin. Hello again, everyone. Here's a look at national and world news for Monday, November 27th on GephartDaily.com. The majority of flights out of Bali have been cancelled after several volcanic eruptions have sent plumes of ash thousands of feet into the air. The volcano known as Mount Ainung blew its stack Sunday, forcing thousands of people within a 5-mile radius to flee their homes. No telling when the eruptions will end. The last time this volcano had a major eruption, back in 1963, more than 1,000 people were killed. Donald Trump is now questioning the authenticity of the infamous Access Hollywood recording in which he was caught bragging about his ability to grope women's genitals because of his fame. According to the New York Times, Trump made the claims to advisors and even a Republican senator in recent weeks. His denial comes as he faces growing criticism from his defense of Alabama Senate candidate Roy Moore, who has been accused of sexual misconduct with underage girls. Moore has denied the allegations. And a California man is in stable condition after being attacked by a great white shark while spearfishing off the coast of Pebble Beach. The 25-year-old was fishing with his father Friday afternoon when the shark attacked. A pair of off-duty policemen who were fishing nearby helped carry the injured fisherman to shore. He was rushed to a nearby hospital where surgeons successfully closed wounds to his legs and thighs. A second great white shark was also hooked by a fisherman Friday on a pier near San Clemente. That's it for now. For more local headlines from across the country and around the world, go to gebhardtdaily.com. And for now, Todd and Erin, back to you.
All right, so let's say it's time for you to retire. We don't even know how to spell that. Let's say you saved $1 million, which we haven't. And you have $1 million.
So far, we're not really, yeah, okay.
And if you would like to adopt a loving couple, do a podcast. So how long will $1 million last? Now, this is the cost of living index.
Well, yeah, and I'm sure it varies state by state because there's some places like California, it
Aha.
lasts 32 seconds. But I would imagine here it would do pretty well.
I have the numbers.
Okay.
You want to start off with the worst or the best?
Now, is this based on like the living expenses for one person, or is this
Yeah.
like for a retired couple, or?
Well, two at that age can pretty much live for the same cost because your food costs are bigger. You still have housing. You still have transportation.
It's probably
you still
assuming that you
Yeah.
have your own house now that it's paid off.
Plus,
or
you get
whatever.
$4 off at the movies.
Well, there you go.
You eat at 3 in the afternoon. You get the early bird special.
Bus is free.
It's all. Bus. Is it really? Something to look forward to.
I think so.
All right. So let's go with the worst.
Okay.
Where do you think Utah falls into this, by the way?
You know, ordinarily people think we're super affordable, but when I moved here from Washington, D.C., it was
D.C.
almost as expensive. And Washington, D.C. is ridiculously expensive. I was genuinely shocked. I figured it would be like super cheap here, and it really wasn't.
All right, here you go.
All right, so the worst, like where it lasts the least amount of time? Okay.
$1 million retirement.
Okay.
Hawaii. Now let me give you the worst of the worst and then the best of the best. So Hawaii, 13 years and 1 month.
That's
So,
all you can last for
yes.
$1 million?
Yeah, so
Okay.
13 years and it's May and you die. And you're okay after 13 years.
Yeah, you had a nice warm winter. What do you care?
The best is Mississippi again, although the food might get you. Mississippi is 25 years.
And 6 months. Wow.
Hawaii, 13. Mississippi, 25.
Almost double. That's amazing.
District of Columbia, D.C., 14 years.
Yeah. It's
It's
so
expensive. Oregon, 16. Now, I don't understand Oregon.
Oregon's pretty expensive. It really is.
New York is 16 years.
Wow, Oregon's worse than
Yeah.
New York?
Yeah.
Now, where does Utah fall in this?
Well, Arkansas is 25, Tennessee 24, Kansas 24, Oklahoma 24 years. So these are places that your money will
you know,
stretch.
it's in Oklahoma. It's not that you last longer. It just seems like it's longer. Because it's
Just praying for the end.
it's like, it just keeps dragging
Give the money
on.
to the kids. I
It's
don't even
dragging
care.
on.
I don't even care. Utah is 22.
22.6 months. That's not bad.
That's-
I'm
no,
surprised
that's-
we're more affordable
that's-
than I expected.
That's the upper end. I
yeah,
mean,
that's much more affordable than I thought.
we're just like under Oklahoma. You know what my friends did?
Mm-hmm.
My friends who were military and they retired, and this is back when the Mexican, the U.S. dollar and the peso were way out of whack. It's like 5 to 1. And they took their pensions and their retirement and they moved to Mexico and they opened bars.
Isn't that every guy's dream, though? We're going to retire in Mexico and open a bar.
Well, not the bar part, but they made 5 times as much, really, on their VA.
Return on their investment. Yeah, that's really smart.
But so when they got their payments from the government, it were 5 times more.
Interesting. And, you're in Mexico on the beach.
On the
so
beach.
that's hard to argue
Just
with.
don't drink the water and you're all good.
All right, so Todd and I went to Intermountain Altaview Clinic last week. And when I say clinic, I actually mean there's like 22 of these suckers.
Brand new.
And they're just about to do this grand opening, and it's amazing. You can win a trip for 4 to Disneyland.
Well,
but
let's show them.
let's have a look. The Todd and Erin morning stream is brought to you by Fink and McGregor. If you go to fink-mcgregor.com, there's a short 4-minute quiz, and at the end of it, you can find a whole array of mortgage options, and someone will call you back from Fink and McGregor within the next business day. Also by Utah Credit Approval. Go to utahcreditapproval.com because they know that bad things happen to good people, but that shouldn't stop you from repairing your credit and getting a reliable automobile at utahcreditapproval.com. And also all Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air. John has 24/7 service because he knows that emergencies can happen any time of the day or night. And right now they have a $69 special to check out all your heating systems to make sure they're working well. Just go to allutahplumbing.com.
Hey, it's Todd and Erin, and this is pretty cool.
We are at the Intermountain Altaview Clinic. Now, this is actually 22 clinics, all squooshed together with some amazing specialties. And the nice thing about it is you can take care of everybody in your family all together.
Now, don't touch anything because it's still kind of wet because it's so brand new. Now, they're having the open house, like you said, on December 7th, but they've got some great things. If you go to their Facebook page, what you can do is register there for some great prizes like movie tickets, like Lower Bowl Jazz tickets, and, Disneyland tickets.
A trip for 4, by the way, and of course, celebrity guests.
Right here, celebrity guests with food, and there he is now, the jolly old soul. How are you doing, Santa?
I'm doing great. I like this place.
Well, you should. It's got something that everyone can use.
Health for the holidays.
That's what we have.
Santa is rather profound.
We'll see you December 7th.
All right. Thank you very much for being with us, the Todd and Erin morning stream at GetPartDaily.com.
Before we do this, I wanted to mention this. Do you remember last week we told you about when it's Thanksgiving, I'm your Nana? Do you remember we talked about
This is
that?
a story
It was so cute. Yeah.
of a mom who sent a text to all her family accidentally and included this stranger.
Jamal Hinton.
And he said, who is this? He says, it's your grandma. He goes, send me a picture. And she's a white woman, and he's African American. He goes, I don't think you're my grandmother.
But he was joking. He goes, yeah, can I still come? And she said, of course. She said, when it's Thanksgiving, I'm your Nana. And so sure enough, he went. Well, Jamal actually came back to Wanda's house this Thanksgiving as well.
Oh.
And he brought a couple of family members with him. But I love that. And they said, yes, we're just going to make it a tradition now.
That is
I
so
love
cool.
this. I just love the phrase, when it's Thanksgiving, I'm your Nana.
Because he was all alone.
Yeah. It was his first year as a college student. He didn't have anywhere to go.
Oh.
And so now he's got his family, his Arizona family.
There is a turtle hunt going on right
This
now.
is so sad.
It's not a manhunt. It's a turtle hunt. Guy in Tooele did tortoise and turtle rescue, and so he had a big tortoise, and it weighs about 70 pounds, and someone stole it. There he is. There he is.
Oh, poor little thing.
It's gone up to
60
450.
pounds, sulcata tortoise.
Right.
Disappeared from the corner of Night South and Coleman and Tooele. It's pretty sad. It has a special deity. He needs to be returned. Apparently, someone had seen a blonde sort of messing around his
Backyard.
fence and had actually gone to notify him, hey, like, someone's over there. And that's when he found out the tortoise was missing. But it's like, why would you do that? Why would you steal a man's tortoise? Why?
They talked about selling it on the black market,
There's a black market for turtles.
like $500 to $800.
A black market. There's an international
Here's
trafficking
the
ring
problem.
for turtles.
Here's the problem. We've hung out with the tortoises up at the zoo, Hogle Zoo, and we had carrots. And they just right there and hand feeding them, and they're lovely. The problem is that this tortoise cannot eat fresh vegetables and fruit.
Oh, no.
It will make him incredibly sick. And so that's why they're looking. So if you know someone who suddenly showed up with a tortoise, call the police.
That's so mean.
When I lived on J Street, I lived up the street from the governor and in a little tiny place. And the lady next door had a really beautiful lawn, beautiful gardens and stuff. And she had a tortoise. She had 2. And so I'm sitting there in the backyard and kind of in the sun, kind of hanging out. And all of a sudden this rustling started coming through the bushes, really slow. And I didn't know she had tortoises. And the head pops out of the bushes. And I go, well, there's something you don't see every day. I'll just put Mr. Beer over here. And I followed back where it came from, went underneath her fence. And so I went and knocked on her door. And I said,
Sneaky little tortoise.
is this yours? Because it was like this big. It was huge.
Wow.
Really friendly. And so I gave it to her, and she was very thankful.
That's just amazing.
Yeah. They are really fun. They are really cool. But, once again, they're like parrots. they live a long time.
It's a commitment. This isn't like getting a finch or something.
High school, yeah.
Yeah, they're planning on sticking around with
Or
you.
the little parakeets. You know,
Yeah.
the disposable pet.
Don't say that. That's horrible.
I know, it's actually a goldfish.
All right, now you have to do this story because I'm dying for this. Because this
Which one?
This is like no, in China. This
Oh,
was
yeah.
such a brave and amazing thing. This guy.
He is a brave man. Excuse me. Guy in China is driving along. Car's in front of him. One bumps the other car. The car goes into a lake. The gentleman doesn't think about his own safety. There is the car underwater. 4 people are
That's
inside,
terrifying.
including a pregnant woman.
Oh man.
What's he do? It's so funny because he said, I didn't take my shoes off or anything. I just dove right in.
Oh.
And he managed to get the door open. He managed to get all 4 people out. And there you go. Well, the story was in China. It was on the media. And
What an amazing man. This is so great. And so they wanted to honor him, right?
one of the guys who was listening in their car was the CEO of Alibaba, which is
Alibaba's Amazon.com.
for the world.
For the world. And it's just ridiculously
from China.
huge.
And
Yeah.
he heard about that, so he wanted to help out. Now,
Thinking a nice reward for this guy.
yeah, but it's a little different because if you put $1, there's no dollar value to that. No. So what they
This is where
gave
the
him.
cultural differences.
This is a cultural difference because this is what they gave him. Take a look.
Those are fish heads.
Yes, they are.
That's a big pile of fish heads.
Yeah.
They gave him a big pile of fish heads.
No, not just a big pile. A lifetime supply.
Of fish heads.
It's a delicacy. It's like lobster. Rest of his life, he can have as
All
many
the fish heads.
all the fish heads he wants. How awesome is that? There should have been some cash.
It's all the fish heads you can eat for the rest
Right.
of your life.
You could have people over and let them eat fish heads too. You could make soup.
Is there something?
It's-
Is there something I'm missing about fish
no,
heads? that-
it's like
We've
if
gone
I
fishing
said,
many times. I've never looked at the fish head and went, I'm keeping that.
Ribeye steaks. Would you? A lifetime supply.
Yeah, it'd be lovely.
Okay. Lobster.
Yes. But for them, it's fish heads.
Fish heads. He's a hero.
Okay.
All right. You do think there should have been some cash involved, don't you?
Guys from Alibaba, really? You couldn't pony up a
know.
few,
They're like
million
billions.
yen? I mean, come on, dude.
Yens.
Yen.
Yens.
Yen.
All right.
I know, right?
All right.
All right, speaking of money, I thought this was adorable.
now
Kate
this
McClure-
story's been around, but it keeps developing.
And this is, I actually am not surprised about this man because he's beautiful. Johnny Bobbitt Jr., he's homeless. He had PTSD because he's a veteran. He had
Right.
gone through some of the conflicts over in the Middle East and it had really put a mark on him. He was having a lot of trouble. So he more or less kind of dropped out of society a little bit. He was homeless. He came across Kate McClure and she's crying. She's so frustrated, really upset. And she had run out of gas on Interstate 95 in Philadelphia, which is a bad place to run out of gas.
Right.
And so he said, oh, okay, I can help you. Now, this is the middle of the night. So if I saw a homeless guy coming up to me and I'm sitting here on I-15 here in Salt Lake City and someone
Right.
came up, I would be kind of freaking. But he said, no problem, I can help you out. He walked another mile back the other way. He used his last $20 to buy her a gallon of gas. And then he walked it all the way back to put it into her car and said, you're going to be okay now. It was his last $20. It was all the money he had.
Was he then like walking off into the darkness?
I guess they had a chance to talk a little bit and kind of go over some stuff, and so she kept in contact. She started a GoFundMe page and basically told the story about this incredible man and how beautiful he is. Well, because this is such an incredible story, and I totally would donate too, it's raised more than $360,000. And it was meant to get him back on his feet, get help, kind of get him back to where he needs to be and he's taken care of. Well, here's the thing that I just absolutely love about it. He said, I'm overwhelmed by the generosity of strangers, but he said, I can't take this much money. That's not acceptable. 34 years old, and look at him. Look at that face. He looks like he's been through so much. He's only 34 years old. Look at him.
And so the money.
And so what he's decided to do is he started donating $1,000 here, $1,000 there, but he's gone to all these different veterans organizations, and he said, like, can I sponsor somebody for their next round of treatment? Can I
Oh
do
my
this?
gosh.
So this man's been going around, and he's like, this beautiful Santa Claus-esque figure who's been donating to all his different veterans. He said, because I have to give back to them because they were the ones that kept me alive and kept me sane when I was over in Afghanistan.
So a car, place to live.
And then that was all he needed. And then he thought, I can't keep the rest of it. That would be wrong.
That's a cool story.
I know, I'm getting a little verklempt.
Last night,
Yes.
we decided to do something we always do, which we go down to Temple Square and check out the lights.
And all of you kind of came with us because it was packed,
There's only,
shoulder to shoulder.
There's only one thing missing, and that's hypothermia. Because it was
I know,
60
so nice.
degrees. It was so weird. It was, what's wrong with you? He's been drinking again.
Mike's wobbly.
So anyway, so it was beautiful. And so we'll leave you with some shots of that. You guys have a great day. And we'll see you tomorrow morning on the Todd and Erin morning stream on GephartDaily.com. Christmas lights.